Hi ARK fans, welcome to ARK Invest Daily, your daily dose of ARK information. Today in 5 minutes or less, we will not go over April 1st data. And the reason is the data has not been uploaded yet on ARK's website, and hence as a reminder I have put this black background so that it is a reminder for me whenever I look back on all these videos. Oh, these were the days when they failed to upload the data in timely fashion. The data is still not there for today, guys, on the website, but nevertheless we will still go ahead and create the video, and we will go over the data trends of these three companies: Palantir, Draftkings, and NanoDimension, and we will take a look at how these companies have been rising or falling in rankings of 260 or now 272, I think 272 companies in ARK Fund. So stay with me, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. Please support. Welcome back, guys. So today, since there is no data, we are taking a look at three companies, putting the spotlight on these three companies: DraftKings, NanoDimension, and Palantir. We'll go over the trends and also take a look at the rankings, how they have been doing in the ARK portfolio of 272 companies. Now, first, let's do DKNG, which is DraftKings. So let's highlight that a little bit quickly. So it looks like it was added sometime. Oh, February 1st is when it was added to the portfolio, and it has been growing ever since. Number of shares are only going up. They have not reduced the shares at all. Keeps going up and up. Oh well, there are some days when there is minus 0.5%, minus 0.1%, but overall they have been very bullish on it and buying more and more shares of this company. Well, for other companies they are buying even more, looks like, but doesn't necessarily mean that this is their lowest investment. This could be just because the stock price is higher among the three. Look at the other two. So the stock price is higher for DraftKings, hence the share count is low, and this is the real test of their trust, right? How much do they trust this company? It's somewhere in the middle. They probably trust Palantir more, and then DraftKings, and then NanoDimension, but we'll go over that in a bit as well. So DraftKings, very bullish on it. Looks like they have been adding more and more shares. Stock price has been more of a roller coaster, pretty much. They started at $54.60, and today it's $61.30. So not a big increase there. So you can even buy it today, and you can call it like, oh, you bought it at the same price, pretty much at the same price as ARK did, because the second day after they bought is the same price as it is today, kind of. So some fluctuations up and down there, but that's what happens with growth companies. There will be a lot of fluctuation. You have to keep your conviction and believe in the company, I guess. So that's DraftKings. Actually, let's also take a look at the rankings of DraftKings. So when I click on this, it will also show how it has been rising up and down. So this messy looking chart is actually a ranking chart for all the companies of ARK. 270, in the end there were more added here, 270 companies. So let's see where DraftKings is. So it was added February 1st, and it has been rising up the ranks. 138 rank it was when it started, and now it is rank 50. So it's pretty good. They're showing really good confidence in this. Some 88 ranks it has climbed up. So that's great. Now let's move over to NanoDimensions. So NanoDimensions has been in their portfolio since last year, but I've been recording data since end of January, so hence I have much less data about NanoDimension. But if you look at the chart, they were very bullish on it, and they kept on adding more and more and more. And at one point, when the stock price started going down, they started reducing the position, but not by so much. So if you see, in end of January, they had about 11.3 million shares, and now they have 13 million shares. So overall, still very positive. They still believe in the company. Today, by the way, there was a short report on NanoDimension, and people thought it's April Fool's Day prank done by somebody, but it's just a coincidence that it was on April 1st. But it was a serious report. But if you go over the report, there are several videos already made about it. It looks pretty ridiculous, and it should not affect NanoDimension at all, it seems. Is the conclusion many people are drawing from there. So yeah, they still seem to be trusting this company. They still seem to be bullish on it, holding their position of 13 million shares, which is huge. And stock price has taken a lot of beating. At one point it was even $17, I think, and then it's been trending downwards ever since, because of that bloodbath in March that we all witnessed. Also, it was affected by GME. Many people probably took out money from here and put it in GameStop. But yeah, looks like it's the stock price is much lower compared to where it started, almost half of that. So that's NanoDimension. In terms of market value, which is function of these two combined, it's been roller coaster. Looks like they are at $100 million right now, 0.1 billion. This is rounded value, guys. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Started with 0.2 billion. So this is again rounded value and ending up at 0.1 billion, almost reducing it in half because of the stock price going down, right? So that's what has happened. Let's take a look at the ranking. In January, around January end, the ranking was 65 in the portfolio of 270. At that time, it was 260 companies, and now it is at 90. It did reach 90 at one point also in between and climb back up, but now it's again at 90. So, but at the in the very beginning, like when I also invested in NanoDimension, looking at ARK, it was at a very tail end. I don't know the ranking at that time, but it was at very tail end, and it rose up the ranks to 65 rank, and now it has gone down to 90, and hopefully it should come back up. It's a matter of time. I still have full confidence in this company, and so does ARK, looks like. So let's take a look at Palantir as well, the company that they have even more confidence in. So as you can see, a number of shares, look at these big jumps right here, this one, and all these points are the points where the stock price took a hit, and that's why they bought the dip every time. Every time stock price took a hit, they bought the dip. So that's how they have a very high confidence in this company. It was at $39 at one point, and it has gone down to $22. So they started adding position. Well, I have records from January 26, but they probably had it even before. So, and they've been buying more and more, even though price has gone down quite a bit. So look at the trend of market value, still going up because they are buying quite a bit. Let's look at the ranking in the fund. Again, this is the one that they're showing most confidence in among these three companies, looks like, because the ranking is 30 at this point. It started with 106 ranking at the end of January, and look at those big buys have made it climb up to rank 30 now. So that is Palantir, guys. Let me know your thoughts about these three companies. I am quite bullish on all these three. But let's see how it goes. It's a long-term play, obviously. All my investments are long-term. All ARK's investments are long-term, for 5 years is what they say. But I don't generally buy as aggressively. I mean, obviously not as aggressively as ARK, but even if the stock price goes down, doesn't mean that I'm buying the dip. ARK does buy the dip in many of the companies, looks like. But yeah. So that's all for today, guys. Please like and subscribe. And this was your daily dose of ARK information. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.